Hi everybody, this is Howard the Teaserking coming to you with week 1 of the NFL. Please go to www.teaserking1word.com. I have a lot going this weekend, very strong lock, and a lot of other strong plays. It'd be best to probably buy today, or I'm playing the game tomorrow, so you'd want to definitely buy for Thursday's game. As well as the lock, so I would recommend that. Have a lot of good plays. So let's get into it. One thing I noticed was a lot of 2.5s. Indy's laying 2.5. Arizona was laying 2.5. San Diego's laying 2.5. Minnesota's laying 2.5. And what I noticed is you get to 3.5 is huge, because 3, it's kind of a tie. If they lose by 3, then you tie. It's no bet. But when you get 3.5, now you can lose by 3, which is very common in the NFL, and you still got a W. And that's what we're here for, is the W's. So let's talk about week 1. One note is you definitely want to shop around and have more than one site. If you're in Vegas, you get better odds on 6-point teasers at the Venetian than you do at Caesars, and the lines are better. These games, Indy was 3, Arizona was 3, San Diego was 3 at Caesars. I go to Venetian, they're 2.5s. Not only that, Caesars offers you 7-5 on a 3-team teaser. Venetian's 8-5. So I'm getting better lines and a better odds at the Venetian than Caesars. So where you want to bet, go walk across the street to Venetian. Like I said in my other video, William Hill now offers no juice on their college teasers. They still have the 12-10 on the pros, but I'm betting college teasers. I go to William Hill and excuse me, and whatever happens, happens, and it's no juice. So let's talk about week 1. I can see the suspensions are over, and Brady's playing, and I can see the injuries from preseason. So now you have a better idea of what's, who's on the team and everything. God, I apologize. For some reason I sneeze when I sit here. Alright, let's look at the first game. Indy minus 2.5 over Buffalo. I like Indy in a 3.5. Indy's a strong road favorite. Buffalo's a very strong home dog. The key to this matchup is I don't like Tyrod Taylor as a quarterback. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. I think he's terrible. I think he was terrible at Virginia Tech. I don't know what Buffalo sees in him, and for Buffalo to start this guy, their quarterbacks are terrible. There's no way they're going to score a lot on Indy, so that's another reason I like Andrew Luck's going to, Buffalo's got a good defense, and they're a better team at home. But the key I look at is when they play New England. New England always beats Buffalo in Buffalo. And I look at Indy like a New England because Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers. So you kind of group those teams as the same style. So if the style fits, because this is all about matchups, remember that. If the style fits, so if Buffalo loses to New England, they're going to lose to Green Bay, they're going to lose to Indy, they're going to lose to Denver, because that's just, they have a hard time with that style of quarterback. Now, like the Jets play New England tough, play Green Bay tough. I mean, they play all the good quarterbacks tough. So, again, you got to watch it. Now, I'm a little concerned that Buddy Ryan was the coach of the Jets, will know how to play this guy, but I just think the personnel, it's going to take a while to get his team. But, again, I don't like Tyrod Taylor. So take Indy plus the 3.5. The trends are pretty favorable for both teams. Buffalo, a good home dog. Indy, a good road favorite. But I just don't like Tyrod Taylor, so we're going to take advantage of that. The second team is Arizona, laying 2.5 to New Orleans. Again, Arizona with Carson Palmer is a very strong home team, very good against the number. They were undefeated with him last year, I believe, or they had one. They were either 10-0 or 10-1 with Carson Palmer, and then he gets hurt. They're a different team with him. They have a great defense. They're a great matchup here because of the secondary between Patrick Peterson, Honey Badger, and a good pass rush. They're a nightmare for passing quarterbacks. So it's a bad matchup for New Orleans. They don't have Jimmy Graham. They're not the same on the road. And Arizona is very strong at home, a very strong home favorite. So take Arizona plus the 3.5. And the third team in this is San Diego, laying 2.5. Take that plus 3.5. The Lions are not a good road favorite. They're terrible on the West Coast. San Diego is a very good home favorite. You got Melvin Gordon. Now he's a much better running back than Ryan Matthews, who I never thought was any good. You've got Woodhead back. You lost Gates. He's suspended for the first 4 weeks. This whole suspension thing's so stupid. The guy does drugs to play on the field, but if he does drugs to heal himself, that's like, oh no, we got to suspend him because he took drugs, but every week they're taking drugs to get out there. So you lost Gates, but they've had the preseason to get used to not having him. And between Woodhead, Gordon, and the receivers, Allen, and I can't remember the other one, Rivers should be fine, and they'll be able to mix it up. The Lions have a weak secondary. I know they were a #1 defense for a while last year, but that was against Buffalo, the Jets, Miami, teams without really good quarterbacks. When they faced Rodgers, when they faced Brady, they got lit up. Without Sue, I mean, Sue's overrated anyway, but he's a defensive tackle. I don't see how San Diego loses the game at home, and you got 3.5. The Lions do win, it'll be by 2 or 3 points. They're not going to blow out San Diego there. That's not their style. They very rarely blow out anyway, and if they do, it's at home against some real weak team. So I look at San Diego to win this game. You get 3.5. That's a great number. And I'll give you one other game. I'll give you my upset. Oakland getting 3.5 from Cincinnati. I really like Oakland this year. I know their trends aren't really there yet, but I like Derek Carr very much. I watched him at Fresno State. The kid's a winner. The kid knows how to throw. You had Amani Cooper from Alabama, and it's a big weapon, and that hasn't been there before. So now you got a good quarterback throwing to a really good receiver. I watched him in the preseason, when the first team was out there, and he ran the routes, made the catches, was explosive. So I look for a lot of good things here. Their defense looks better with the new coach, Jack Del Rio. Cincinnati doesn't normally travel well. They're a weak road favorite. So you got Oakland, who's a fairly good home dog, and against Cincinnati, who's always, they're a very weak road favorite. Andy Dalton doesn't scare me. I don't see Cincinnati blowing out Oakland here, and I see Oakland could very easily win this game at home against kind of a weaker Cincinnati team who's not a good road favorite. So take the 9.5, 10 points with Oakland. So those are the 4 to see. As far as the trends, the 2 best teams in the trend to take are San Diego and Kansas City. By what I mean there is they're over 80% in the trend, or 85% the last couple of years. So what I mean by that is if you just bet them, I just bet San Diego and Kansas City for the last 2 years, I'd win about 85% of the games. So superficially, right off the bat, I want to tease those 2 teams. Again, it's obviously in teasers. The teams to go against for the last 2 years are Tennessee and Jacksonville at over 85%, and Washington is terrible. Those are the teams to bet against. So just FYI. A lot of talk about 6-point teaser, 10-point teaser. I was at the Venetian, I was at Caesars, and I look at the difference. Here's the difference. A 9-team 6-point teaser, the odds I think are 20 to 1. The odds on a 9-team 10-point teaser are 6 to 1. So how do you justify the 20 to 1 versus the 6 to 1 for the extra 4 points? Now many people ask me, yeah, Howard, why do you play the 6-point teaser? Does the 6 points really help you? And my comment is, yeah, I think the 6-point helps a lot. Like in these examples, San Diego plus 3.5 is a much better bet than minus 2.5. Here they can lose by 3 and I win. The other way, let's say they win by 1 or 2 and I lose. It gets spreads from 8 down to 2, so it's under a field goal. It gets spreads from 2 to 8. It gets it over a touchdown. I think they're critical, the 6-point teaser. The difference from the 6 to the 10 I don't think is big enough to warrant the terrible odds you get. I mean, to win a 9-team teaser with 10 points and you only get 6-1, versus if I just did it on a 6-point teaser and the odds are 20-1, are huge. So I don't find the value in the extra 4 points. Yeah, I mean, you can play the extra 4 points, but I don't find the value of it there very strong. So I don't recommend it. Yeah, I just don't see it. You're not getting enough odds, and I'm so successful with the 6-point teasers at 75% that I don't really see the value in making it a 10. Yeah, occasionally, if you really want to load up and you play the top 4, like I played my 2 locks this week in pros with my locks last week, so Arkansas, Mississippi State with my 2 locks in the 6-point teaser, and I'm getting 4-1 odds. If I made him a 10-point teaser, I still want Arkansas, Mississippi State. I have my pro locks. I don't know that I actually need the extra couple of points, and therefore, well, let's look at Oakland, Cincy. Oakland gets 9.5. If you play them in a 10-point teaser, you get 13.5. Is that really going to matter in the teaser? Yeah, if they lose by 10. Or let's look at San Diego, 2.5. In the 10-point teaser, I think I get 6.5. I don't think they get 7.5. Because I don't think you can play it specifically a 10-point teaser. You got to go off the card, which is 6.5. So does it matter if I got 3.5 or I got 6.5? I don't think so. I don't think it's enough to kill the odds as they do. So I don't really recommend the 10-point teaser. But if you really have 4 locks, just play them in a 6-point teaser. Yeah, you can. Let's say you want to bet $1,000 and you're getting, I think, even money or 2-1 on the 10-team, 4-team teaser. I would say, yeah, that's fine. But I think you can also play it in a 4-team at 4-1 odds in the 6-point teaser. And in the long run, it's going to make more sense because you're going to lose the game anyway. If you lose your 6-point teaser or it was a 10-point teaser, and you lose it, it's going to kill you anyway. But in the 6-point teasers, you can play much more 2- and 3-teamers at good odds. Like I said, a 3-team teaser, I get 8-5. I don't even know if I can play a 3-team 10-point teaser. And it's hard enough to go 3 for 3, but to go 4 for 4 at even money or 2-1 versus 4 for 4 getting 4-1 odds. Yeah, I don't see the value of the extra 4 points is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I recommend shopping around. Like I said, the William Hill gives you no juice on your college teasers. Why pay 12-10 at Caesars or Venetian or anywhere? And same thing, Venetian's 8-5 on a 3-team teaser. Caesars is 7-5. So why lose odds? And this whole thing's about maximizing your returns. So you want to get the best spread at the best odds you can. So to take that 5-minute walk, if you don't want to take the walk and you want to get bad odds at MGM and get 13-10 instead of 12-10, go ahead. I mean, if you're serious and you want to win, you take the walk to Venetian or William Hill. If you just, I don't care, then okay, then you're not going to win as much. So I'm serious, so I try to make sure I get the best. And so online, you got to shop around, get 3 or 4 different ones, and get the best line and the best odds. Anyway, so this is week 1. I have a big lock going, and a couple other key games. So that's where we're at. So again, take advantage of the injuries. So that's where we're at. So go to www.teaserking.com. Week 1's NFL finally here. Had a huge college. I have a huge college going again this week. Several locks. I might lock 4 or 5 games in college, but definitely 2. I was going to lock a 3rd pro game, but the line moved, so I'm not locking it. I'm playing it strong. So have a nice day, everybody. Good luck to you. Any questions or comments? Just www.teaserking.com. One word. You'll see my email there, or leave me a comment here, and I'm happy to give my opinion. But if it's a lock or a very strong game, again, I can't just give those out because of the customers who have paid. It's not fair to them, but I will definitely help with most games that I can. All right, have a great weekend, everybody, and good luck. Teaserking. Thank you.